Hey Cancer, welcome to Intention 1111. Today I'm going to be doing your November read. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who interacts with the channel, watches the videos, and comments. I appreciate y'all. We've made it through the 2 eclipses. That was super fun. But, you know, there's a lot going on in the world, so just remember to concentrate on the things you can control. Make those the priority, and don't concentrate on the things that you can't control. And also, you know, don't be consumed by fear. A lot of fear mongering going on, right? To put people in a direction or to get behind something. So just remember to concentrate on things that you can control. That helps eliminate fear, and that will help the damage to the root chakra, you know, during this time. So let's see what's going on with Cancer. So whatever comes out, comes out. If it's love, if it's, you know, whatever it is, right? Breathe. Something may be coming to a close here. You may be in a transition period. Changes. Something changes, right, that might put you in a transition period. Remember, weathering the storm. Now, weathering the storm doesn't mean self-sacrifice and, you know, just means, you know, it's here. Do what you can control, and be kind to yourself along the way. Be open to change. Be open to, you know, advice you're receiving from friends or family or from spirit. You know, if it's not something you can get behind, then chuck it. You don't have to take it. You're driving your own bus, right? But it does look like the month of November may present some changes for you. Now, you have a 5. 5 is usually about quick changes, right? Breathe. Something's coming to an end. And you may feel a little beat up by it, right? But sometimes the redirection is for our highest good, right? When we fight the redirection, that's when it hurts, right? So it's kind of like what I'm always saying, if you hold on, you get dragged, right? If you don't let go, you get dragged, right? So you're going to be maybe feeling a little awkward this month about being in transition period with something in your life, okay? So let's kind of take a look and see maybe what that energy is. There is a victory in change. There is a victory in change. This may have something to do with incoming communication that's abrupt, that's fast for you, Cancer, this month, which puts you sort of in a transitional period. It's not what you wanted, right? It's not what you wanted. But remember, you have the victory, okay? You may feel like your balance is threatened and you don't know what to do next, right? But remember, redirections are for your highest good, right? So it's a matter of perspective. And it's easy for me to say, sitting here on camera, it's easy for me to say, it's for your good. But you have to change your perspective and say, it's not happening to me, it's happening for me, right? Just a suggestion. It may help with the changes that you may be facing this month. It may help with the perspective, okay? Things may come to feel like they're going slow or they're not going fast enough for you. You may feel like your money you've been steady with your money. It's been very good. Things have been rolling along, and then boom, all of a sudden you get sideswiped with something. Remember to focus on the things you can control. You may feel a little bit of conflict moving forward with something. But remember, again, you have the Six of Wands, and you have this card here, the Single Lady card, right? Nine of Coins, which indicates that, you know, something may be coming to a close, something may be slowing down, but look, it's a matter of perspective, okay? Because this lady here's in her beautiful garden with her little bird up there, and her coins are plentiful. She's abundant, right? But it may be a matter of her own perspective that she's abundant. So, for example, I saw a TikTok, I don't know, a day or so ago. And there was this man on there talking about, he had stitched a clip with a woman who was complaining about, and rightly so, about the cost of things, right? And how she was frustrated. She wasn't sure how she was going to make it, you know? And we've all been feeling that way in one way or another, right? We've all been experiencing that. Thinking, like, you know, what the hell are we going to do, right? And the man was talking about, you know, if you're able to afford meat, so to speak, right, you're 75% ahead of everyone else. So it's a matter of gratefulness and what you consider abundance, right? And it's a matter of getting back down to basics. You know, I can afford to pay my rent or my mortgage this month. My electric bill's paid, water bill's paid. You know, I don't have a lot of extra spending money. You know, I can't go out and get what I want. Can't buy something new. You know, I can't do extras. I've got food on the table. You know, whatever your situation is, right? But he was speaking about, even in the midst of fear, when we exhibit gratefulness, we are able to change our perspective and raise our vibration and change the way we view something, right? I thank my lucky stars every single day, and especially throughout this inflation apocalypse we've been experiencing, that my mother taught me how to cook. Now, am I a world-class cook? No, hell no. But she taught me how to make things from scratch, and she taught me how to not just go to the freezer and pull out a made meal that I'm heating up. No. She taught me how to make things from scratch, right? And that's come in very, very handy throughout this whole ordeal. So I thank my lucky stars, right? In other words, I'm grateful that I have that skill. I have some of that skill, right? And so those are the things I'm concentrating on, the things that I can control. Sometimes we gotta, you gotta be willing to move and shift and think on your feet and, things like that, right? In order to make it work. And yeah, is it a pain in the ass? Yeah, right? But this is about gratefulness in the midst of a storm, in the midst of a change that you can't necessarily control. You can change the way you view it, right? Which keeps you out of victim mentality and depression and fear, right? Fear being the main factor, right? This woman's perspective here, right, changes the way that she views whatever is happening in her world. I mean, I always think of my home as an oasis, right? I mentioned this in the Scorpio video. Look, it may be what it is, or it may be this, or it may, whatever it is for you, right? But my perspective when I cross the threshold of my front door needs to be different than the perspective I had out before I came home, right? So changing the perspective on a situation, because she's like, fuck it, I'm in my garden, okay? I got my bird, I'm doing good, right? So anyway, for you, Cancer, maybe a conflict of changing your perspective this month. So that's the overall arching energy of the situation. Let's see what you can expect for November. Okay. Alignment and partnerships. It's a matter of perspective with alignment and partnerships. Cancer, you're here specifically as the moon card. There seems to be some confusion here regarding a partnership and a decision here, Cancer, that you may be making or you may have made, or it may have been a download or something over the new moon, the eclipse, the lunar eclipse, because you do have the moon. What direction are we going is what I'm getting. What direction are we going? Okay. Am I at peace here with this decision? You do have the Six of Swords, which is could be a literal or a physical travel card. There's some confusion with some sort of toxic, and we say toxic when it usually refers to the devil, right? But this could be anywhere from decadence to toxicity to control to feeling bound and constrained, whatever, right? The devil means a lot of different stuff. But none of it's usually that great, okay? Also, the devil can mean sex, right? Sex. So there's a direction that you're going in here, Cancer, that you're not accepting, right? You're not accepting here. And I think there's a lot of judgment placed on burdens. Somebody their conversation or the way that they are communicating with you is very confusing, is very dysfunctional, disjointed, withholding communication. When they do communicate, it's like talking in a circle, right? Somebody here is withholding the truth from you, you feel. So the center of your read is the Five of Swords, which usually means somebody, it's man up, man down, kind of like I want to win at all costs, or could be feeling like you're being rejected, or you are rejecting a situation, right? You're rejecting a situation. Some of you are rejecting the burdens of a partnership or a love relationship here. And again, where you're moving or where you're being redirected to move here, you are second guessing, right? You're second guessing it. So let's see what the devil here is talking about. Okay. Victory is in transparency. So if you feel as though somebody, when they're talking to you in a circle, they probably are. Okay. If you feel like somebody's withholding communication and they're not being exactly transparent with you, and that's where they hold their power, is telling you half the story or 3/4 of the story, and they feel like that they're able to maintain control that way, then you're right. If you have somebody asking, and this is a classic bullshit manipulator move, right? You have someone asking you a question about something and they're kind of withholding bits and pieces of the story to have an opportunity to tell you you're wrong, then fuck that person, okay? So, for example, they're asking you about obsidian. Hey, what do you think about obsidian? What do you know about obsidian? And you tell them, okay, what you know, which may be a lot, it may be a little, right? I mean, it may be a very little that you know, right? And then you answer that person and they say, hey, oh yeah, but ABCD about obsidian, and this about obsidian, and that about obsidian, and oh, no, it's not that. I forgot to tell you, blah, blah, blah. That person is just redirecting the attention back on them and trying to make you feel like you're lesser than them. So it's kind of like the example I'm giving is sort of like what I'm thinking happening with the conversation that you're having with this person. It's like constantly some bullshit surprise shit, right? So victory is in transparency. So for example, they may accuse you of being paranoid, which I'm sure they probably will, but who cares? What do you know about obsidian? Well, I don't know. Why you ask? Right? That puts the ball back in their court, right? So they're not being able to blindside you, right? So for example, and apply that to whatever it is here, right? Victory is in transparency, right? Victory is in maintaining a defensive position, not out of defensiveness, right? But protection for oneself. So I want to see what this Five of Swords here is. Let's see. Show me the Five of Swords. This may be happening within the next week or two for some of you, though, very quickly. You know, swords are quick moving. Rethinking a contract. Somebody is rethinking a commitment. Somebody is rethinking an investment. Somebody is thinking about going forward with an investment. Should I? Should I not? So somebody is rethinking a commitment right now. And again, it's a matter of perspective. A lot of times people feel like they're trapped in things, right? Oh, and you'll hear readers say, and we're all guilty of it, right? It's just what's coming out in the cards, right? There's 78 cards, right? Just remember, 78 cards in the deck, and the chances are what, right? But some people, and you'll hear readers, and and we're all guilty of it. They're trapped in a situation, right? Well, they can't do this because they feel trapped in a situation. And it's true. They may feel trapped in a situation. But the illusion is trapped, right? You're never trapped. You always have choices. It's a matter of dealing with the consequences of those choices, right? The idea here is that you have to be willing, okay, to deal with the consequences of the changes. You're not trapped in a situation. Maybe that's the perspective that needs to be changed here. Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore, but do I really want to deal with this bullshit over here? You have to really want it, okay, to deal with the consequences. You have to really want it. And I see somebody here who really wants it. They're rethinking a contract, but it could be a job for all I know, okay? Could be a love relationship. Could be an apartment, a renewing of a lease, okay? Right? But remember, victories and transparency, even with oneself. Are you telling yourself the truth? Somebody here feels trapped in a situation. Okay? And they're judging this, and they're not really saying anything about what they don't like here because they don't feel like they want to deal with the consequences of it on the other side. Remember, change is presented as a redirection in our lives. Let's see what this change is that you might be facing here. That's really the question we should be asking, right? What is the change potentially? Show me the Storms card. What's the change for Cancer? Yeah, Three of Swords, something coming to an end, of course, that you're trying to hold on to for whatever reasons, right? You're hoping that things will turn around in a situation, but you have the Deception card and you have two roads here to choose from, right? I can move forward or I can stay where I am. This is deception. That's the deception. Okay, that things will turn around, things will get better. You know, I can handle this, I can deal with this, right? And it's not the case. So this is about telling the truth to oneself. Two choices here. You will be presented with an opportunity, but change has to come, right? That opportunity may bring change, and you may view it positively or you may view it negatively. But remember, the change is coming, and you, whatever the control in the matter, in the situation is that you can't control that change is coming, but you can control how you view the change, okay? And you're not stuck. Just have to be willing to deal with what the change brings, okay? So let's see what Cancer can expect for the rest of the month of November. Forward movement like a damn boss here. Queen of Wands talking about, okay. Queen of Wands waits for no man. Okay, first of all, or woman, whichever one, it doesn't matter the sex. That's the phrase I use. Queen of Wands is talking about moving forward, about a vision, about a goal set, about a plan, okay? Regarding relationship. When I picked these two cards up and I looked over here at the deck at the Hierophant, the phrase, "you're not running the show anymore," occurred to me. That came to me. You're not running the show anymore. So this could be a matter of Cancer, you reclaiming your power and calling your power back and backing somebody up over a boundary line because they've gone a little too far. Could be as simple as that for some of you out there. Incoming communication about you ain't running the show no more. And I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You ain't running the show no more. Okay? I'm willing to address the consequences that wait for me, whatever they may be. There's also, with the Ten of Swords in reverse, someone may be possibly taking on a victim mentality, who normally that's a manipulator, who may be saying, "Oh, I can't believe, Cancer, you're acting this way. What's gotten into you? Can't believe you're doing this to me, Cancer. What's gotten into you?" You know, and you're just kind of standing there like, you know what? You ain't running the show no more. Think whatever the hell you want to. You can think whatever the hell you want to. So this is about, Cancer, you reclaiming your power over something. And you have to reclaim it. You've got to take it back. It requires an action, right? Requires an action for you to reclaim your power. So that's where I would begin, right? That's where I would begin in reclaiming my power. You ain't running the show no more. So, I'll see you guys later.